Next, we've got on our show, joining us live via Skype, Taz Turner, the CEO of CordovaCann Corp, is joining me. Taz, how are you today?
Great. How you doing?
I am well, thank you. Taz, can we start with an overview of what CordovaCann does?
Sure. So at Cordova, we're really driving at what we think is the holy grail of cannabis, and that's delivering products with predictable effects. And what we do is we overlay our technology platform, and that technology allows us to deconstruct the cannabis plant into the individual isolated cannabinoids. We can isolate over 130 cannabinoids today, and then we take those cannabinoids and put them into recipes or specific formulations to create end products. We can then test those end products for the efficacy of those products, and then obviously deliver them to the consumer base that we have.
Oh, interesting. Okay, and so where is your growth focused?
So we focused initially on the Western U.S. So we have an operation in Oregon, as well as a small operation in Colorado, and then we'll be moving into California and Washington in the next 30 days. We've secured those operations, and we'll close them shortly.
Sure. All right. So tell me, who are your biggest customers potentially, and who are your biggest competitors?
I mean, I think from a customer standpoint, we're really looking at both the traditional customer that's out there today. Obviously, we feel like the West Coast customers in the U.S. are some of the most sophisticated customers out there. They've been exposed to the product from a legal standpoint for the longest time, and therefore, we feel like they have certainly a more sophisticated palate in terms of just discerning what's the good stuff versus the maybe not so good stuff. So we're starting there because we feel like our products will have a good take rate there, and then certainly we'll focus and move east as well as international in due course.
Mm-hmm. All right, then, so are you guys going to stay focused on the U.S.?
I think in the short term, you'll mostly see us make moves in the U.S., but we also have a option on a pending licensed producer in Ontario, and we're starting to build that out. And then once that is built out and approved by Health Canada, we'll continue to build that out to greater scale, and then use that to not only serve Canada, but more importantly, serve international operations.
Okay, interesting. Where do you guys source your capital?
Currently, to date, we've raised capital internally, so we've raised it, but you'll see us, we'll be making moves to do more public financings in the not too distant future.
Right. All right. What's your sort of target market globally? What's the size of it?
I mean, the target market is massive. I mean, California in and of itself, there's enough to tackle there for the next few years. But that said, it's billions and billions of dollars. Certainly, people have put the numbers on the market that are all over the map. I continue to think they're probably even underestimated because of just the number of new consumers that'll come online, not just in the U.S. but globally.
Right. Right. Okay, so tell me, Taz, what are the big catalysts you're looking for in 2019 that are going to drive the stock price?
Yeah, so you'll see us really ramp our California operation as well as expand our Washington operation. And then also we are about to finish up our expansion in the Oregon market as well. So you'll see a total vertically integrated play in Oregon. And so, I think the catalysts are showing the completion of all of those projects, and then you'll see, significant revenue coming off of out of each of those jurisdictions. Then I think over the more medium term, you'll see us finish up the Canadian operation and get that licensed and start moving internationally. So I think those are kind of the things over 2019 that I think will really start moving the stock.
Sounds like a master plan. So who owns all of the shares of the company currently? Where are the biggest shareholders? Where are the biggest blocks?
I'd say it's owned about 50-50 Canada-US currently. Certainly, the management team owns a significant share. I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of about 25 to 30% of the company. And then the remaining shares are from the shareholders that we've brought in over the last 12 to 15 months, and we'll continue to expand that shareholder base both in Canada and the U.S.
All right. Interesting stuff, Taz. We're going to come back to you as the story develops. Thanks very much for joining me today.
I really appreciate you having me. Thanks so much.